Students, so this is second chapter of your Igcse biology, organization and maintenance of the organism. So this chapter basically has been divided into three parts. So in first part we will be discussing about cell structure and organization, as you can see on the screen. And here we will be discussing about the bacteria, plant and animal cells. Also, we will discuss about the functions performed by different parts of these cells. Focus points for this topic are: what are the structures and functions of plants, animals, and bacterial cells? How do you identify cell structures in diagrams and images of animal, plant, and bacterial cells? What are the differences between a plant and an animal cell? How are new cells produced? What are the specific functions of these specialized cells, like ciliated cells, root hair cells, palisade mesophyll cells, neurons, red blood cells, sperm and egg cells, that is gametes? What are the meaning of the terms like cells, tissues, organ, organ system, and organism? So let us start discussing about this chapter. So learning objective, as you can see on the screen: describe and compare the structure of a plant cell with an animal cell, limited to cell wall, cell membrane, nucleus, cytoplasm, chloroplast, ribosomes, mitochondria, vacuoles. Describe the structure of a bacterial cell, limited to cell wall, cell membrane, cytoplasm, ribosomes, circular DNA, plasmid. Identify the cell structures listed in the diagrams and images of plant, animal, and bacterial cells. Describe the functions of the structures listed in plant, animal, and bacterial cells. So, in our today's discussion, we will be comparing plant, animal, and bacterial cells. And also, if time permits, we will discuss about the functions performed by different parts or cell structures of these three types of cells. So students, these cells like bacterial cells, protist, plant cell, animal cell, right? So which part? Here we use an instrument called microscope, right? Here you can see this is your light microscope, right, which is being used in the schools. So which parts of bacteria, protist, plant cell, animal cells are visible under this microscope when we view their cells? You can see here on the screen, like in case of bacterial cells, cell wall, flagellum are visible if they are stained. Stained means they are colored. And in case of protist, for example, amoeba, okay, nucleus, since bacteria doesn't have nucleus, right? So they are prokaryotes, while the protista onward, protista, plant cell, animal cell, cells of fungi, okay, though they are not made up of cells, they are made up of hyphae. So okay, we'll see protist, plant cell and animal cell, they all have nucleus, well-defined nucleus, so they are called eukaryotes. U means true, karyo means nucleus. They have true nucleus, and bacteria, they're prokaryote. They have primitive kind of. They have no nucleus at all because nuclear material is free in cytoplasm. So protista, you can see here, which this, for example, amoeba, which features are visible. Nucleus we can see. Pseudopodia means false feet are visible here. Food vacuole, inside the food vacuole, you can see this food vacuole is also visible. Okay, there's one more vacuole called contractile vacuole. This is contractile vacuole. Okay, is also visible, and you can see it is larger than bacterial cell. Bacterial cell size is given here 1 to 10 micrometer, while protista, that is amoeba, it is 50 to 500 micrometer. It is let's see the plant cell like leaf. You can see this is the view is given here, microscopic view. Okay, and this is the imaginative structure of one cell, right? So these features are visible. We can see here nucleus, we can see chloroplast, in cytoplasm we can see surrounding the vacuole. Okay, the large most of the space is occupied by large vacuole. Vacuole is a characteristic of plant cell, permanent large vacuole. In animal cell, if it is present, it will be smaller. Okay, and there you can see cell wall is visible. Size ranging 10 to 100 micrometer, bigger than bacteria. But smaller, we can say almost here. So near about protista. Okay, but bigger than animal cell also. Animal cell, you can see it is ranging 10 to 50 micrometer. One cheek cell is shown here. So this is the single cell is shown, right? This is the temporary slide of cells taken from the cheek side, and these features are visible. Nucleus is visible there. Okay, you can see mitochondria are visible. Okay, here, and if stand, then only. If not stand, it will not be visible. Okay, size is 10 to 50 micrometer. So this is what uh, this light microscope can be very useful to view cells. It is very interesting to use microscope and view these slides. Now, identify the cell structures listed in the given images of plant, animal and bacterial cell. For the convenience sake, right, here you can see the upper, right, there are three cells are shown. First is bacterial cell, okay, and uh, just let me take some ballpoint. So here you can see this is a bacterial cell. First, second is this is animal cell, while third is plant cells. You can see in case of bacterial cell there is no nucleus. No nucleus. These structures are shown here. Okay, these all structures down you can see the labeling is given, right? So they have cell wall, they have plasmid. Plasmid, this one, plasmid is a characteristic feature of bacterial cell only. Ribosome is found. Ribosome is smaller than the animal or plant cells. Okay, cytoplasm is there. Genetic material is free in cytoplasm. It is called nucleoid. It contains genophore, right? Cell membrane, as usual, it is common to all, whether plant, animal, or bacterial cells, right? There is flagellum. There is pili. Pili, they help. They are very helpful. We'll discuss about them later on. And cell wall, if you see cell wall, the chemical composition of cell wall is different. The cell wall of bacteria is made up of a chemical called peptidoglycan, while cell wall of plant, this is a plant cell, you can see labeling is shown. This is the, sorry, this is the animal cell. Animal cell, here you can see mitochondria, nucleus is visible, endoplasmic reticulum, nucleus is visible. Inside nucleus there is nucleolus. Okay, this is also visible, nucleolus, right? Endoplasmic reticulum is visible. Here, smooth and rough endoplasmic reticulum, both are there, right? And the mitochondria is visible, and this is Golgi body is visible, and then lysosome is visible, right? Cytoplasm is visible. This is cytoskeleton, fibers are there. Ribosome is also visible, right? So mitochondria is visible already, and there is peroxisome. This is peroxisome. Okay, this is also visible. And so as we can see, there is a cell membrane. This is a cell membrane. Outer one is cell membrane. They don't have cell wall. And cell membrane composition is same for all. Now here you can see this is the plant cell. Plant cell, what we can observe, this outer one is cell wall. Of course cell wall is there, and if you see the cell wall of plant cell, right, cell wall is made up of cellulose. Cell wall is made up of cellulose, right? So nucleus, as I said, nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, rough and smooth, ribosomes, okay, and then Golgi complex or Golgi body. Basically, in plant cell, we call this structure dictyosome. Rather than Golgi body or Golgi complex, we say dictyosome. It is similar, has similar functions as the Golgi body in animal cells. Okay, that is the other name only. Chloroplast. Chloroplast is found only in plant cell. It is not found in animal cell. Okay, and then vacuole. Vacuole, it is large and permanent vacuole is found in plant cells. Animal cell, a vacuole is present, will be smaller and many. Ribosome is same, mitochondria is same, right? So plasma membrane is same. So students, you need to compare, okay, these structures, which structures are found in plant cell only, which structures found in animal cell only, which structures are found in only bacterial cell. Now, describe the structure of a plant cell. So we have taken one example, like from a leaf, we have taken palisade cells. These are palisade cells. So if we see the structure of leaf, we find, right, there are pillar-like cells, right, below upper epidermis. So they are called palisade cells since they are pillar-like, and they contain more number of chloroplasts. You can see here many chloroplasts are there. Okay, so and they are very closely compact. Okay, packed there so that they can receive more sunlight. They are near to the upper epidermis and they can carry out photosynthesis. So you can see more chloroplasts are there. This is the nucleus. This is a large vacuole they have. So cell wall as usual, chloroplast, cytoplasm, large permanent vacuole, nucleus and nuclear membrane. These all features are there. So these are the images you can see. Okay, plant cell when viewed under light microscope or when viewed under electron microscope. So some structures are we are able to view only when we view under electron microscope, like mitochondria and ribosome. Mitochondria and ribosomes we can view only when we view a cell under electron microscope, whereas other structures like cell membrane, like cell wall, like permanent vacuole, like cytoplasm, like chloroplast, these all are visible under light microscope. Now, The animal cell, one example is taken from the liver cell. Liver is animal cell only, right? So they have all the characteristics of animal cells, like they have nucleus, they have nuclear cell membrane, cytoplasm, mitochondria, granules, but they don't have cell wall. So similarly, we can see, view it under electron microscope and a light microscope. Under light microscope, nucleus, cell membrane, and cytoplasm only are visible, while electron microscope, ribosome, and mitochondria are visible. So these are visible only under electron microscope. So let us compare the animal and plant cell. So this is animal cell here, and this is plant cell, right? Uh, Plant cell has cell wall, permanent vacuole, and chloroplast. These structures are not found in animal cell. Both have common features like cell membrane, nucleus, and cytoplasm. Here you can see a comparison between these two are given here, right? So you can easily go through and write. Describe the functions of the structures listed in plant, animal, and bacterial cells. So some structures, they have the same functions in all these three types of cells, like nucleus. If you see the nucleus is said to be brain of the cell because it controls all the activities taking place in the cells or different parts of the cells. Whatever activity they perform, that all is controlled by nucleus. Like you can see, it contains genetic material in chromosome, okay, which control how cells grow and work. This is DNA. DNA is the genetic material. This genetic material is found in chromosome. It controls, start and control the process of cell division. Cytoplasm. Axis cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a jelly-like substance found between cell membrane and nuclear membrane. It supports cell structures. It provides site where all chemical reactions can take place. It contains water and many solutes. Cell membrane. It holds the cell together. It controls what enters, what exits the cell. So it acts as a guard. It is a living structure. Cell wall only found in plant and bacterial cell. Okay, though there is difference in the chemical composition. Okay, so it gives the cell extra support and defines its shape. It protects the cell and prevent it from being busted. It is dead. Chloroplast is found only in plant cell. It is a site of photosynthesis. Okay, the chloroplast contains chlorophyll, a green pigment. This chlorophyll can absorb sunlight, okay, that is required for carrying out photosynthesis. Next is vacuole. Vacuole, it contains cell sap. The membrane of vacuole is called tonoplast. Okay, so it is used for storage of certain materials. It also helps support the shape of the cell by exerting pressure on the cell wall from inside. In plant cell, it is found permanent and bigger in size, while in animal cell, if present, it will be smaller. Bacterial cells do not have vacuole. Some structures like mitochondria, like ribosome, like vesicles, okay. So mitochondria is found in plant and animal cell only. It is not found in bacterial cell. Remember, bacterial cells do not have a membrane bound structures. So it is a site of aerobic respirations. Okay, it is a double membrane structures. It is found in cytoplasm. It is a site of aerobic respirations. It provides energy for the cell. So here only complete breakdown of glucose take place. Cells with a high rate of metabolism, they have more number of mitochondria in comparison to others who are less active. Ribosome, ribosomes are found in cytoplasm. There are smaller and bigger ribosome. Smaller is found in bacteria, while larger one is found in animal and plant cells. Okay, so ribosome is a place where protein synthesis take place. Vesicles. Vesicles, as the name suggests, they contain material and they help in transporting material from one part to another. Let us see, students, this activity, small activity. Choose the correct term to fill up the blanks. Here, you have to go through text. Plant and animal cells contain many cell structures with important functions. Complete the sentences using words or phrases from the list. Each word or phrases may be used once, more than once, or not at all. So here you can see these structures are given here, like chloroplast, like cytoplasm, like cell membrane, microscope, nucleus, photosynthesis, protein synthesis, photosynthesis, respirations, test tubes, vacuole, and wall. So the out of these phrases, okay, you have to choose one and then fill up these blanks. The suitable one you have to fill up. Like cells are very small. To magnify cells, a piece of laboratory equipment called a dash is used. So this is microscope. Microscope is used. Okay, and the structures that contains the genetic informations and control all of a cell's activity is called the nucleus. Of course, it is nucleus. In a plant cell, the cell dash maintains the shape. Cell wall. Cell wall is number 3. It maintains shape of the cell and controls of all of a cell's activity is called the, oh, that we have done already. Okay, the structure, okay, that number 1, the structure that contains the genetic informations and control all of cell's activity is called nucleus. Okay, so here, okay, all cells have a cell membrane. This is number 2 basically. Okay, this is number 3, nucleus, and wall is number 4. Okay, and dash is full of solutions of sugar called cell sap. This is vacuole. It is number 5. And plants cells carry out the process of dash to release energy. This is the respirations to release energy. This is number 6. So now you can understand, students, how easy to do such activity. This is 4, this is 5, and this is number 6. Thank you, students.